Well, hello there, ladies and gents. I'm Tammy Sapnewski, your crypto queen. Thank you so much for popping by the channel. Tonight is going to be a special edition on the Queen's Court because we are welcoming some of the devs from BaltoToken, and I believe that they're just getting here now. We had a little hiccup with the link, so let me bring them up for you. We're welcoming tonight Jenny and Beth. Ladies, welcome to the Crypto Queen channel.
Oh, hey, how are
There we
you?
go.
Good, how are
Hello, how
you?
are you?
Excellent. Thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure. So,
There.
is anyone else going to be joining us, or is it just you ladies for the night?
I think it's a ladies' night.
Can't beat that. Ladies night. Perfect. Well, welcome, welcome. And I watched your AMA that you had done last night with Sandstorm, and you ladies
Yeah.
were there as well. So I do have a little bit of a background on your token. But what I didn't realize was how new your token is. Like
Mhm.
you've recently just launched, and I think it's super exciting. And I have to say, I think it's rather brave to launch a cryptocurrency, especially in this market, because it's
Mhm.
just so volatile and it's harsh. It's a
Mhm.
harsh world out there in the cryptocurrency market. So I do wish you the best of luck with your project. Anything that has to do with giving back to animals, because I'm a huge animal lover myself, I love it. So let's jump right in and find out what your project is all about. Of course, I mentioned earlier it's called BaltoToken, and they
Mhm.
are over on the Binance Smart Chain. Finally, not too many projects over there on the Binance Smart Chain. I actually wish more projects would launch over there because the fees are so nominal
Mhm.
compared to ERC20 tokens. So
Mhm.
it's nice that you guys are over there. So why don't you just give me a little bit of a debriefing on what your token is about?
Sure. And just to hit on that for a second, you're right about the Binance chain. That was the reason why we chose to go with them, just to make it more inclusive. And we felt like going on another network, it would be with the gas fees and everything, it was going to be really difficult. And we just wanted to reach as many people as possible. So for us, the Binance chain was the smart move. But my name is Jenny, and I'm one of the marketing developers for Balto Token. For us, the token kind of started, we all have rescue dogs. And I have a sales and marketing background. I've worked for nonprofits, I've worked for country clubs where I met Beth. We've always had kind of a sales and marketing role, but I've never done anything that I'm truly passionate about. And seeing the possibilities of bridging the two between charity and philanthropy and crypto, and seeing where our investors can make a passive income and build their own portfolio, but at the same time helping out a charity. To me, it was a no-brainer, and so I saw the benefits. And while this market is not great, I think that there's never a bad time for charity. There's never a bad time to try to build a good community. And so far, it's a very positive space. It's a place where you can feel good about investing your money, because as long as our community continues to grow and they continue to invest, it's only going to help the charities we choose to partner with. And so I just feel like it's a win-win project. And I just think it's also really cool that all of the developers, we all have rescue dogs. They're there on the website. You can see it. My two are Penny and Ellie, and Beth has Pineapple, and Beth can tell you a little bit about her background. But I just love that we all have rescues, and that's kind of where our heart was, and we saw an opportunity. And so far, it's really, people are really taking to it.
Oh, that's so cute. Yeah. All right, Beth, let's hear from you a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, as Jenny said, we kind of both come from that marketing side. I have really stayed in kind of the hospitality and nonprofit realm. So this was like a really nice uh, just convergence of everything for me personally. I also do design, and that's kind of how Jenny and I met up and kind of relinked on this. So everything from like really baseline kind of logo work. And actually, when I joined the project, I had just finished up working with a nonprofit in New York City that's a rescue. So it's really cool to kind of be able to merge all of those things together. And of course, being able to help the rescues. I think, what Jenny touched on of exactly what you said, that it may not be a great market right now for a lot of, these smaller tokens and just launching. But I think there's a genuine love of animals and other creatures that we're cultivating in our community. And I think that even in these waves of, bullish markets and then the downsides and then, going up and down, people always want to help others.
That's true. And I often think to myself, in God's infinite wisdom, that's why he made animals, because no matter how you feel about things, political perspectives or religions, the one thing that truly brings people together are animals.
Mm-hmm.
You can have someone that you totally think you don't like, you despise them a little bit, and then they start talking about their dog, and you're like, okay, well, I guess maybe they're not so bad,
Or
So
I really like your dog.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's the best part about you
Yeah.
is your dog.
Your dog's awesome.
So how many devs are currently on the team? And is there someone you would consider the captain of your team?
Ooh, well, I would say TJ, while we don't, so we have Steve who couldn't be here tonight, Beth and myself. TJ's not on the actual website. He's my husband, and we thought with the dogs and me, I just kind of decided to leave him off in the background. But he is very much a part of the program. He's very much a part of the ideas behind things. But he likes to stay in the shadows. And so when we started Balto, we decided that this would be kind of my little baby project, and we started rallying around, and we got Beth on board and Steve, who has a big marketing background as well. And he also had a rescue dog. But it's really just us. We've started kind of from the ground up. We love that we're kind of a grassroots organic project where it's been through word of mouth and through other projects that we've supported through crypto, and just know that they are good projects. And we knew that partnering with them, like Brew Labs doing our contract, we knew that Brew Labs was a legit company. We've invested in Brew Labs, my husband and I, and we've been there from day one. And so we see, that we knew from when we started that they would be the ones to do our contract. And we also have a couple of other products of theirs that we're implementing or have implemented throughout Balto that we're really excited about. And so having that kind of crypto background and then merging our marketing backgrounds, it's turned into be a really cool project.
So there's 3 of you.
There's 3, but my husband is also a part of it. So I would say Steve, Beth, and I are more of the marketing sides of things, and TJ's in the background
Okay, TJ was your husband. Okay, I was thinking Steven was your husband. Okay.
So yeah, TJ does a lot of our ideas.
Yeah.
Okay. And of course you have the crew up here. They're members of the team, I see.
Oh, absolutely. They've all been KYC. They're official. Penny looks pretty vicious, but I promise she is a lover.
She legit looks vicious. She does. Very cute though.
Yeah. And
she's
then
probably
Pineapple's awesome. Yeah. Pineapple's a super cool dog
too. Yeah, Pineapple looks cute. They're all cute. I mean, come on, who doesn't look at a dog and can't see the cuteness, right?
Yeah. And I love, so Ellie has a really cool story. So what we tried to do with the charities that we're partnering with, we wanted to start local, just because that's where we got our dogs. That's kind of where our hearts were. And so we decided the charities that we were going to partner with starting off would be the local charities. And then for the future, we're going to branch out to national and international and have a lot of feedback from our community on what charities we'd choose to partner with next. But Ellie, one of the charities that we have on our website, Humane Society, Ellie was rescued from a kill shelter in Waycross, Georgia. So she was found in the woods in Georgia. Waycross picked her up. They turned out to be a kill shelter, and Humane Society got Ellie from that kill shelter. And so they in turn saved her life. And that's where we found her. And so I've always just been such a big believer in adopt, don't shop. And when we found her, and she kind of completed the pack. So we had Penny first, and Ellie came with us, and now we've got our little fam jam. And so we're really excited that we're going to be able to give back to them. We've also partnered with the charity that Beth got pineapple from. And we're, working on a few others along with Canines for Warriors. So we were planning on starting local with our donations that we're giving, but moving forward, we're really going to try to take Balto as far as we can take it, with the donations and the charities, and then also with our shareholders.
Perfect. Now, we often talk about charity tokens on this channel and how they sort of, they lack utility. But I want to be clear. So you're not technically a charity token. So you're not 501c3. You're an actual cryptocurrency that gives to charities.
Yes.
So you're not.
So we are
charity. I'm sorry. You can go.
No, I was just going to say we are not a 501c3 because our shareholders, we are a for-profit. So we designed ourselves as an LLC. We have, the goal of this project, with any crypto project, you want to have investors. They want to make money. Like, that's why they are investing in crypto. So our main focus is our community. Let's build our community. Let's build our investors. And so, within the contract, 4% goes to BNB Reflections. It's auto liquefied, so there's no burns on our chart. It automatically goes into BNB. So you're getting those reflections. You're able to stake for 30 days. You're able to stake for 90 days. All of these things, we're trying to create a passive income for our holders. Another cool thing that we did with Brew Labs. So Brew Labs is doing our staking. They did our contract. And so now what we're doing is we have a treasury. And what that treasury does, sorry, I'm getting notifications. I apologize if you can hear that.
Oh, you're fine. I actually don't even hear them, so you're fine.
Oh, good, because my phone is just like going crazy. So with our treasury, what that does is the reflections that go into the treasury along when we launch our NFTs and when we launch our merchandise, any stream of revenue that we have, a portion of that's going to go into our treasury. And what that does, instead of buying our token and burning it, which a lot of projects do, it's buying that token and holding it, so it's no longer in circulation. And as the developers, we can pull out a maximum per month of 5%. So if we wanted to put that back into a staking pool, or if we wanted to do a contest giveaway with it, however we feel is right at the time, we're able to do so, but we can only pull 5% out of that treasury. So all it does is that it's locked, and it keeps grow. So it grows and grows and grows, and it raises our floor price, and it only benefits the project. So it's really turned our token into a business, which we think is really cool. So the more revenue streams that we attach to this business, the more it goes back to funding the token, and it goes to funding the project.
Right. That was one of the things that I was going to bring up, that sometimes charity tokens are a little hamstrung because they can't have streams of revenue per se, where you can. So that's good that you have this whole plan as to how you're going to sustain the token, because if you don't have utility, I think in the end, unless you're constantly bringing in new holders, it's unsustainable. So I'm glad that you guys are not a 501c3, that you are a for-profit. And that
yes,
and that
our goal
that you do give to charities.
Yes, our goal and our mission throughout this whole thing is we ask ourselves, whatever we do first, how will it benefit our holders? How will it benefit our community? How can we keep it strong? And so anything we do, that question is always in the back of our mind. So, we're going to be coming out with our NFTs right now. We have a little contest going, and we can talk more about that. But, the NFTs, a portion of that's going to go to the treasury. That will go to the marketing and development for future things. And then a portion of that will go to our charity. So it's just everything that we're trying to do goes back to our community and to our shareholders, because if they're happy, if they're engaged, it only benefits the project, and it only makes the charity more beneficial. So they'll only collect more money the more engagement we have from our community.
Perfect. Okay, and we do have our first question. And for those of you that are just joining us now, this token is BaltoToken, and it is over on the Binance Smart Chain. And everything they've done with from everything going on with their smart contract was done by Brew Labs. Even their staking, correct? Your staking is done with Brew Labs?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys know Brew Labs.
All of it. Yeah.
Perfect. Pretty safe and secure. So let's just rock on, because Maddie B does have, well, they just went over the main goals of what it is for their cryptocurrency, Maddie. Now let's break down your tokenomics. So you have the 1% buyback, 1% liquidity, 4% reflections in BNB going back to the holder, which is a big amount. 4% is a big amount. You have 4% to marketing and development, and the 2% to the charity. So perfect. Maddie, hope that answered your question. I'm sure it did. And okay, so what are some of your short-term goals? I know you do have a roadmap here, but what are some of your short-term goals for your token?
The short-term goal, I would say, is to launch our NFT project. So we've gotten through May 20th. That was our launch date. We're just at 2 weeks since launch. We wanted to make sure that that was secure and everything was stable with that. So now we're kind of turning our focus, or we are turning our focus to NFTs. Yesterday, we launched a buy contest, kind of dabbling in to get the feedback from our community for a NFT contest. So, and we can post it. It's in our Telegram. It's on our Twitter. But what Beth is going to do is are the top 3 buys from now until tomorrow after our we have a Balto hour tomorrow from 2:30 to 3:30 where we lower the buy taxes. So it's just a great entry point for any new investors or someone who wants to increase their wallet. But after that, we're going to be drawing in the top 3 highest buys will automatically get an NFT hand drawn by Beth of their dog, or if they have a cat, we can draw a cat. We're not going to discriminate on what pet you have. And then we're also going to do a random drawing from those who have purchased between yesterday and tomorrow at 3:30. So that's something that we're, starting on, and we're focusing on our NFTs, and we're going to announce it. We have an 8 o'clock Twitter hour that we're doing on Fridays. We call it a Yappy Hour. So we've started that. Last Friday was our first one, and our hopes is that we're going to grow that space, and it's something consistent that our community and others know that at 8 o'clock on Friday nights, we're in our Yappy Hour. We're hanging out. We've got a drink. We're talking about the latest and greatest with what's going on with Balto. Maybe we have some exciting announcements going on. We've got a couple of things already lined up in our heads of what we want to announce. And then we'll announce maybe some contest giveaways. But we also want it just to be a space for, other people to feel comfortable and safe if they want, have suggestions, or maybe they have a project or whatever it is. We just want it to grow organically, and for people to be excited about that space, and just kind of a consistent place for people to come and join in and hang out with the Balto team.
I think that's so important, because a lot of times people launch tokens and they're so gung-ho in the beginning. They do all of these things and then it kind of fizzles out. So are you going to stick to that, having those Twitter spaces and engaging with your community?
Absolutely. We see very quickly that if the gas is turned on, you can't turn it off. So we've got to keep on going and stay connected and stay engaged and do these things, because without our community, without the engagement, then your project is dead in the water. And so we're really trying to come up with fun things that people want to stick around in the Telegram or stick around the Twitter, whether it's a contest or a game or something like that. Just fun chatter back and forth, just to keep the community engaged. And then in the future, we're going to have these NFT giveaways and NFT contests. And so it's just anything that we can do to make sure that we're here for a long term. We're here, we're excited. Our passion, we're our rescue dogs. And so my passion is this charity token, or whatever you want to define us as, to be able to give back to these charities. And so I think the better the community, the better everyone's going to benefit in the long run.
Yeah, and I think to Jenny's point, it's also about kind of the bigger crypto community to us, because we are new in the space. And so we have a lot to learn, and we know that, but we also know there are a lot of people who also have things that they want to learn and that they're interested in. Last week, we were really lucky. We had Sire from Brew Labs on with us. And it was a great conversation just for like myself and Jenny to hear. And I think if we can keep cultivating that, we can really be, kind of that pinpoint for others who are getting into the space or who want to grow their spaces and, just kind of be a catalyst for others.
I think it's
Right. I
really
find that
cool
having
that
connections is really
yes,
important in the crypto
Yeah.
space, even if it's, with people that are investors, but especially with other devs from other teams. Like knowing the guys from Seifu Ape, it would be great to get on Seifu Swap and even bridging over. Are there any plans to possibly bridge on over to Ethereum in the future?
we are talking about that right now with this market. We're just kind of holding off and trying to grow our community, but that is definitely something we know that a lot of people only invest their money on that platform. And so we know that that's the future, and we're definitely going to get there. But right now we're just focusing on the next step, which are the NFTs, which we really think will be a huge thing, and most likely we're going to be using OpenSea, so you will be able to use Ethereum to purchase on OpenSea, because that's more than likely we're going to be launching our NFT project to start, at least.
Okay, perfect. So Beth, we're going to jump on over to you for a second because you're the NFT artist.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It'll definitely be something interesting. I think Jenny and I, sometimes we've worked together for like over 5 years now, and we're like trying to be really mindful of what we do, but we're super stoked for it.
And did you design the main Balto logo?
Yes. Yeah. So I did that, and then we'll make sure that we tag you in some of the tweets and stuff. But I kind of did a mock-up of a pineapple NFT style that we're going to do for the first one. But I'd like to do a couple giveaways in the beginning, just because it also gives us a chance to get feedback from everyone of like style that they really like. Because we also want it to be an NFT that, like, when you purchase it, a lot of it's going back to these charities, but it should also be something that you want to hold on to, or that, you really like, and you're not just buying it to be a collector. I think collecting is awesome also, and we'd love to have some of those folks, but we don't want it to be like, if you're not a collector, that we're not for you.
Right. Is this the little mock-up of
It is.
pineapple?
Yeah.
Oh, pineapple. So cute. Very, very cute.
And I think she hears her name, so
Oh,
might get
hi,
loud
hi.
over here really
Pineapple's
soon.
a good girl. Hi, Pineapple. You're so
Oh, she
cute.
definitely knows.
That's so funny. Aw, hello, Pineapple. Or was that your dog? Was that
No,
Pineapple
was
that just barked?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, so cute. Aw. Yes, she wants to chime in too. She's got something to say. What do you want to say?
She's ready.
That's funny. With your initial NFT collection, how many of them do you think you're going to launch?
We really haven't decided, but I think one of the unique kind of elements to it is quite literally the unique NFTs, because I do. Sorry.
You're fine.
Do both kind of, hand drawn and digitally drawn artwork. We have the capability to do twin NFTs, to mint some of those and send out, a tangible piece for people. And then also to do these unique ones where it's, hey, this is, my dog, or, your cat who was popping up in the background there. Have that, and have one that's, totally personal to you, but holds that kind of value. So I think we're going to definitely cultivate some collections. We don't want them to be just kind of randomly done. But things like for Veterans Day, because we are a sponsor of Canines for Warriors, making sure that we have all the armed forces represented. maybe do some around college football season. Jenny and I are college football rivals, so I
Uh-oh.
don't know, that one might get a little too tenacious for the first go around, but we want to
I,
do stuff that people are really into.
Yeah,
Right.
I
That's
think
good.
we don't want to, and this is, part of my French, but Beth and I have kind of an inside joke. We don't like to half-ass things. We like to whole-ass one thing. And so we're really, when it comes to the NFTs, we are trying to be mindful and thoughtful behind the project and behind, how we release these. And so I think to start off doing small collections and really looking to our community for feedback and what they like and what they don't like. I don't want to release 10,000 of something that anybody could get, and it's not what they want. So I think starting off small is the smart way to do it. And it also just gives us an opportunity to create something truly unique. And the beauty of NFTs, it's really just the limit of your imagination. And so I think we're going to try to start off with just small collections to begin with, and then move on from there.
Yeah, and definitely we want community feedback, and if we want to pivot in certain directions and just do one-off collections, we kind of have that ability, and we're not
Hmm.
so attached to something that we can't move away from or move back to things, and I think that'll be really beneficial for us.
Hmm.
I think it's really important to grow the community before any project launches their NFTs, because
Hmm.
if you don't have the community there, who's going to be there to buy it, right? Like you
Hmm.
have to have a community that's like, I can't wait for them to launch their NFT
Hmm.
collection. I can't wait to mint mine. Perhaps if you do staking in the near future, and I'm going to stake it and see what that's going
Hmm.
to be worth. Like the community really needs to be there. There needs to be anticipation for when they come
Absolutely.
out, and it just needs to be that way. Speaking of holders, so
I,
you are a
yeah,
brandy new project in this rough market. So your holder count is what you would imagine it was. I think it's very newly in the triple digits.
hmm
And from there you grow. Like you're doing everything that you can, and it sounds like you guys have serious background in the marketing community. So I
hmm
have all the confidence in you in the world that this is going to get up and get going. It's just a rough time in the market right now. But
hmm
once you pick up momentum, once the name gets out there, I think it's going to do well. And like I said, everybody loves charities when it comes to helping out animals. And I'll repeat, this is not a charity token. So they're not a 501c3. They're a legit company. Are you guys incorporated? Or are you LLC'd?
LLC.
Okay, so they're LLC'd. So they're
Hmm.
able to have streams of income coming in. So they're planning on launching an NFT. And I heard you mention on Sandstorm's channel that you were thinking about doing some merch.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So we have a place already held on our website. We're looking at a couple of different dropship companies right now. Because the crypto space is such an international space, we want to make sure that whatever company we go with, the taxes to get something shipped to your country are not outrageous. So that's something that we're looking towards. But yeah, we want t-shirts and hats and beanies and sweatshirts and little Balto buddy handkerchiefs for your pet. We want we want to be able to kind of market and advertise Balto, so people can feel proud as an investor and wear their merch around. And again, all of that, that different revenue stream is only going to feed back to our treasury, back to our shareholders, and back to those charities. And so anything that we think of in the future, right now, it's just, past the token, we're talking about NFTs and the merchandise, but we really can, attach any revenue stream moving forward. So I feel like Balto has a great opportunity to kind of make it. We can make it as big as or small as we want to, but I think that we have the right team on board, and we're all excited and excited about Balto and excited about the people who have already come together that are excited about the project. Just talking to people from around the world that are getting to know you and getting to know Balto and getting to know the project. crypto is just a really cool space that you're interacting with so many different people, and we all have the same goal or wanting to build this project and make it grow, because they're investors and they get excited and they see the possibilities. So it's been a fun ride so far. It really has.
I bet it has. Was it fun working with the guys from Brew Labs? I bet you learned a lot from
Oh
them.
my gosh, those
I
guys are
bet.
so smart. It is insane. I mean, the things that they've been able to come up with and do, it's really commendable. I'm very excited for their future. And as a holder of Brew Labs, I'm very excited for their future as well.
Perfect. And I want to thank the guys over at Seifu Wape for dropping the $5 bomb. I appreciate it. It was funny because I just mentioned them. Have you ever connected with the guys from Seifu Wape? Because they have that
Um,
Seifu swap, and it's always so good to be connected with these other devs because it's um yeah, actually
I
a lot of people are getting on that Seifu swap, but
that maybe TJ, because like I said, he's more of behind the scenes and all the different platforms. He probably has connected if I had to guess. I personally have not yet.
okay. Now, being that you do have artists on staff there, Beth, what if someone like, is there a possibility that you would do a service where if somebody just wanted their pet to be NFT and minted, would that be a possible stream of income for you too? Like, is that something that you even have the time to do? I don't know. Do you,
I mean,
is this going to be your full-time job? Or I'm sure, do you guys have jobs during the day and you do this at night?
yeah, this is kind of the side hustle right now, but definitely I think that could be something in the future. And certainly that's how most of our contests are going to be, I think. Because for me, it is a little more fun when it's personal like that. And that, people really get to have something that differentiates what they're holding,
Mhm.
and makes them want to do it again. Like you could win 5 of our giveaways, and all 5 could be a different style. Or, if you've won one that's similar, I'm totally down to work with people individually and kind of come up with something new. And we're all for, potential partnerships in the future too. That way we're keeping the community engaged and, just having fun with it.
Yeah,
I
I
think
would
that would be good.
absolutely love to have Balto as full time. For me, I've done so many different things, and being able to jump on board with this project and create it and see where it's growing, I would love to be able just to focus on Balto 100%. So I'm all for it. I've been here. I'm excited about it. And so I'm talking Beth to she eventually will get Beth on board where she'll be a full timer as well. But yeah, we're me personally, I love, like I said before, the idea that you can invest in something and then it's a win-win for everybody. Like I can invest in crypto and I can make money and I can have a passive income, but at the same time, I know that a portion of my purchase or sale, because you get it on both sides as in this business, that I'm helping a charity, and so to me, it's just a win-win, and I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's why we love the treasury too. Adding
Yeah.
that element, because it's going to be, it's showing everyone that we are in it for the long term, and
Hmm.
that, no matter whether they're coming, going, buying, selling, staking, it's something sustainable.
Hmm.
Right. And speaking of the roadmap here, what so you pretty much have everything checked off on this side, right? Well, wait a second. Are the
Um,
NFTs here? Wait a second. No, you don't have the storm. So what?
Their quarter 3, where we had kind of tried to be really pragmatic in our original, planning, because the two of us together can kind of get ahead of ourselves. And TJ's definitely probably even more enthusiastic than we are.
Mhm.
So we
I would,
would love to be able to hit ahead of some of that. The only thing I think that's really a major change there is the lock liquidity.
I would say two things. So we decided to lock the liquidity for 6 months instead of 12. And then as far as the exchanges, so when we first launched initially, we decided that we would do 800 or 1 billion tokens total, and we would set aside 20% and 5% was going to go to the staples, but then we were going to do 15% to apply for exchanges. And we just decided that in this market that it was not the smartest thing to apply for an exchange. So what we ended up doing is once we signed on with Brew Labs for the treasury, we took those tokens and we put it into the buyback for the treasury. So now that they're not just floating out in space, they're actually locked in the treasury, which we thought was a really smart move on our part. And so we've got the treasury rocking and rolling. And then we'll probably 6 months after we've got that liquidity and it's done being locked, we'll reassess and see, what's the best move. But that was one thing we decided, with the contract and with everything, we didn't want to renounce the contract, so we would be able to make changes as the market changes. And if we see that we need to put funds somewhere else, we wanted to be able to have that flexibility. And, with we've also been able to, burn 22% of the tokens. We have that liquidity locked. And so we're really trying to do whatever we can to be able to keep that floor price stable. And we're just trying to grow as much as we can. I see you're pulling up the chart right now.
Yeah, I wanted to check out, I pulled up the BSC scan and we
Okay.
see there that you have the percentage in your burn wallet, your contracted tokens over here, and we see that you have 1 billion tokens. And now let's go ahead and pull up the chart. And from, as I'd mentioned earlier, Dex Tools is never totally perfect when it comes, not totally, just not perfect when it comes to the holder count, but I don't even think it's over here on this side on the holder count. So it looks like you had a really good launch, and it seems like you've had some nice organic growth. Of course, you're going to have people taking profit. Did you have a pre-sale?
No, it was a fair launch. We are self-funded. We added about, I think it was like 40,000 to liquidity, but we had no pre-sales, no investors. I mean, this project is truly this is our baby. It was a self-funded, fair launch, no team tokens. We're doing everything we can to make sure that everyone had equal opportunity to jump in on this project.
And right now, guys, their price is 301063. So let's say if you wanted to buy 1 million tokens of Balto, it'd be like $106. And if they're over on the Binance Smart Chain, so you're just going to pay probably a couple bucks to buy these tokens, where if you were to buy it over on the Ethereum blockchain, you know what that would cost? Probably $100, because the gas fees have been absolutely insane. So you could just quickly just run on over through your Trust wallet, hit Pancake Swap, and grab you some BaltoToken. So I like the way that your chart looks. Sometimes you see just that huge green candle go up and it goes straight up, and then it's followed by a huge red candle. I like that. I don't see that here. I like that you've just been adding, and of course people will always take profit, but you had some nice support there in the, let's see, over here in the 67 area. You have additional support in the low 8 area. So right now you're pumping, you're looking good. You went up 26% today. Congratulations.
That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah. Love to see that.
That's good. Yeah. So that's wonderful. So you're off to a pretty good start. I wish you the best of luck. I know you're probably going to get more holders. Like I said, it sounds, well, not, you definitely have an intriguing background when it comes to marketing. You've worked for some big time companies. So I have all the faith in the world that you guys are going to know what you're doing. So hold on a second. Let me see if we have any questions. Okay, no, that wasn't a question. My bad. So I know we checked out the roadmap. So we don't have everything done on Q2. Q3 is still a little bit of a ways off. Hold on, I'm not even sharing my screen. Hold on a second. There we go. And of course, everything is linked through your website. If you guys are interested in visiting any of their social media platforms, if you just go to their website, all of the links are right there. They make it very easy. You can go and visit their Twitter and their Telegram and their Discord. Looks like you guys have everything. Oh, you guys have a YouTube channel?
We have started a YouTube channel. We have not posted anything yet. That is something that I need to work on. So that is on my to-do list. But a few other things have taken precedent. But we would love to be able to be on YouTube and start doing videos and different things. So that is a TBD for it, and that's on me.
That is such a great idea. Like to talk about your token and reach out to people more and post videos of the dogs that you have in your house that you've saved, your rescue dogs, or when you go to drop off your checks. I mean, of
That's
course
the
you put that on Twitter,
idea.
but I mean, having that, because once it hits your Twitter stream, the next day it's basically invisible unless somebody goes to go and check
Sure.
your feed. Where YouTube, if somebody goes to your channel, it's going to be there and fresh. So I think that's a great idea. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the plan once we start delivering the checks. Beth's already looked into. I mean, we want to go big with these first few checks where they're like the giant publisher clearinghouse checks, and it has our website on there. And we want to go and like, we'll probably take Ellie to the first one to the Nassau Humane Society, and so she can go with her little Balto buddy handkerchief, and we'll deliver the check. And so that's originally why the YouTube started, is to be able to document all of those times when we make those donations. But it would be cool to start kind of maybe doing a weekly Balto check-in or something along those lines, or maybe we can all do little videos with our dogs and people can share things. Who knows? Who knows what we'll get into with that? But certainly we want to have a place for any type of PR or something, any videos that we're doing in the future will have that place for it.
yeah, that's really good. And when you're bringing the check, I'm just like picturing the big, huge, like you said, the publisher clearinghouse kind of
Yeah.
check where it's like ginormous and everybody, and there's balloons. Like, who doesn't love that?
Yeah.
But I wonder if the places that you drop checks off to, if they would, hang something saying, hey, one of our sponsors is BaltoToken. What a great way to introduce people
Hmm.
to cryptocurrency, because that's
That's
pretty much everybody's thing is, okay, we need to get more people into crypto. Of course, more people into crypto means more investors, more money into the pool. It's a win-win for everyone.
hmm
Yeah, we want to do.
that's one of the. Go ahead, Beth.
I was just gonna say we talked about that, and like when Steve was ordering the giant check, he and I kind of talked over, what kind of signs we can make and leave, banners that say we're Balto buddies, and leaving behind some of those little bandanas and stuff, so that if people are getting their adoption fees paid for by Balto token, our community gets to see, hey, we help these specific dogs, and that it's really, we're not just saying that we're doing this. It's a true thing and something tangible that they can see.
Hmm A lot of the charities that we've talked to, because they are not familiar with crypto, trying to explain, hey, we are a crypto project and we want to give you money, and this is how it works. It's a process to try to explain to people, especially if they've never invested or have any idea. So I think something that's really cool that I think will come out of this is that the more that we reach out and connect with these charities, we're able to donate actual dollars or whatever countries in their currency actually donate, and they see that it came from a crypto project. I think it'll demystify and kind of debunk any kind of scariness or questions that they have around it, and they can see the utility behind something like this. So I feel like we're starting to, I'm not going to say pave the way, because there's plenty of other groups that are doing similar things, and I think that there's always room for another project that wants to give back. But I think it's going to slowly start to change people's minds, which I think is a really cool idea. So now people that would have never thought about crypto, they see that this project donated to this charity, and it's going to make them want to check it out. Like, okay, well, what is this about? And it's just only going to spread the word.
That's perfect. Now, speaking about the charities that you want to give to, I heard you say that they're local charities. They're the charities that you got your dogs from, right?
Hmm hmm
Yeah,
Yes. Well, what two of them? Yeah, there's one that's not on there. Beth Pineapple's charity. It's not on there yet. We just added them last week. But Nassau Humane Society is where we got Ellie. And then we decided to partner with Canines for Warriors, or reached out to them because while they're a national organization, they started here in Jacksonville. And so we wanted to work with them and start with them locally. But by no means will we stay local. The goal will be, we'll help out these organizations, but then as Balto grows, as the token grows, and we're able to really develop that charity wallet, um, we'll partner with, hopefully I'd love to do it on a monthly basis where we get feedback from our community. We choose a charity that's worthy, that's vetted, where everyone's in agreement, and then that month we raise money for X charity. And so then on a monthly basis we're able to give a big check to each of the charities, and it just continues to grow. I mean, there's so many things that we want to do that I don't want to share right now, but we've got so many ideas and we're just really excited. I mean, I feel like we're talking about just the tip of the iceberg of some of the things that we're wanting to implement with Balto. But in time, we've got a lot on our plate right now, and we're just excited that so far it's been a positive space and we've been well received by the community, and we're just so excited to watch it grow.
That's really good that, you haven't come to any resistance yet. That's perfect. Have you discussed which charity you're going to first? Like, who's getting that big check?
We did dry erase style so that everyone kind of get that big impact moment. And
That's a good idea.
yeah, I think because the community's been so gracious, that's something too, where like they get to see it and feel like they're part of it. And I know
Mhm.
for me, like in following some of these other projects and everything, getting to see something and really connect with it is super cool. So I think being able to kind of throw those three up first will just
Mhm.
open the door for more and really
Mhm.
add validity to, the charity element, but also how impactful an individual or a community can be.
Yeah, we have
Perfect.
those three that we're partnering with, but we really are trying to beef up the charity wallet before we do our first donation. So we're still trying to do a couple of things to build that up as big as we can, because I want every organization that we partner with, I want them to see the impact and get excited about it. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, great, thanks. We'll use this for t-shirts or whatever. I don't know. But I really want them to get excited about it. So we're going to try to do this first drop as big as we can. So that's, we're doing the contest and we're starting the NFTs. We're doing everything we can to grow this community, and just the better the community, the better the investors, the better everything will only benefit the project in the long run. And so it's just, we're looking for those goals, and I think we're going to be able to make it. I mean, I know this market is a little crazy, but so far we've gotten some excited people, and I think once we launch these NFTs and do a couple of more things, that our community will just continue to grow.
Perfect. So is it the Nassau that's getting the first check?
Probably
And will
Nassau.
you
I mean,
all be there, or are you guys close enough where everyone could be there at the giving of the check?
we're all here locally. If people are available that day, then we certainly, I would love for everyone to be there. I know that Ellie is very excited to be able to go there. But, because we already have three on board, Nassau will more than likely be the first. But we just really are trying to build up this charity wallet and build up our community, and just watch it grow.
Yeah, I think it's important to, you know, kind of save it up, bank it a little bit because you don't want to
Hmm.
roll up there with a $200 big check,
No,
right? Like
yeah.
you've got to make an impact. Like you said, you want it to be something really big. Maybe one of the local papers will be there. Like, it could be really good. So
Yeah,
that's great. So you know, that's what you'd want to see. Giving back locally where you guys got your dogs from. So I think that'll be really good.
yeah,
So
like the whole
obviously,
project
oh,
is
I'm
a
sorry.
oh, I was just gonna say the whole project is a conscious choice, and I think how we approach the giving should also be, and so that's kind of how we're doing it.
That's perfect. So obviously, guys, if you see the ladies here, they're the developers of BaltoToken, and clearly they're doxed. You know, sometimes you get developers on the screen and they don't want to show their face for whatever reason, but we don't have that here. So I do respect the fact that you are using your cameras and that you are doxed and you're putting your faces out there. I think that just, you know, it brings more confidence to the people that want to invest in your token, because really when you're investing in any cryptocurrency, you're really investing in the dev team. If they're a good team, if you believe in their vision, and if they have, you think if they're smart enough to take the token to places. So I think it's really good. And I love that you're ladies, of course. I mean, like, okay, you had to have some men sprinkled in there. I get it. The token male had to be there, right? You had to bring a couple in.
Sure.
But I love the fact that you ladies are rocking it. I think it's absolutely amazing. And once again, I'll stress it's not a charity token. It's not a 501c3. So, because we often talk about on this channel how those tokens are sometimes hamstrung because there's only so much that they can do. Unless they're bringing in holders every single day, you're really not going to see that much of a return. But we don't have that in this case. They're a cryptocurrency whose main focus is really to give to charities that have to do with dogs and animals. So I think you don't have to worry about, you know, that negative connotation with charity when it comes to cryptocurrency, because they're an LLC. So you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah,
And
the charities an investor in a way, because they're also benefiting in the same way that, you know, the bigger we can grow, the bigger the donations can grow.
Right, which is perfect. And like I said before, let me hit up the website again. Oops, not sharing the right page. Hold on a second. For anybody that's just getting here, their tokenomics are the 1% to the buyback wallet, 1% to liquidity, 4% BNB reflections, which is great. That's a lot of reflections. I think, especially over on the BNB chain, you don't see it that high usually over there. Sometimes with Ethereum you do, but that's really good. So all you have to do is basically buy the token, hold it, and that BNB is going to be delivered to your wallet, right?
Absolutely. Yes. And another really cool thing in some of the other projects we've seen, when you have to do the reflections and you see those cells on the chart, one thing that we did with Brew Labs is that it auto liquefies to BNB. And so you're not seeing those cells on the chart, which can make everything look a little wonky. And so I feel like a broken record, but we tried to be as methodical as we could and tried to build a project that would truly benefit our holders and our investors, but then consequently would benefit the charity. And so everything we do is going to go back to the token. It's going to go back to our holders. That's why we have the treasury. That's why we have the reflections. That's why we have, we're doing all of these things in these different new revenue streams, that it's going to go back to the project, because we know that our holders, that's our lifeline. That's how we survive. And so we want to keep them happy. And I love being in the Telegram. We've also got a great group of mods that do a fantastic job of, answering the questions and kind of filtering out any negativity or bots or whatever, and, keeping us going. And it's really exciting to get to know these people and to just to kind of hang out and talk about crypto and to talk about the project. And they have a lot of cool ideas. So some stuff that we've already implemented. And so it's really just all about the community. That's what it boils down to. And it's a cool space. I'm really enjoying what we've built at Balto.
That's perfect. Who runs all of your different social media platforms? So who is responsible for the posting on Twitter? How often are you guys over on Telegram and some of the other social media platforms?
TJ, I would say, is our main social media guy. Like, he's the one that's doing the primary post on everything. So he's the BaltoToken official guy. He's the one that's, doing a lot of it. For us, I checking Telegram, I'm going in there. I wake up, I check Telegram, I check Twitter. Any break I get, I feel like we are constantly in there, just hanging out. Some of the guys post some games. We're in there playing games and trying to get high scores. We're just in there talking and getting feedback and learning from our community. So I would say TJ's the poster when it comes to Twitter and Telegram, but we're in there hanging out and getting feedback as much as we can.
Beth, how much time you hanging in Telegram? You hang in Telegram a lot over there?
Yeah, I'd say like I'm kind of like Jenny. I pop in and out. I'm usually working pretty much 8 to 7 most days, so it's like here and there, but it's definitely fun to pop in and out. And the fact that we have such an open dialogue with all of our investors and our mods are like amazing at keeping us kind of on top of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So like a couple of them were looking for some artwork to share with people today. So I know Messy pinged me, and that was super helpful just so that, Telegram moves so fast with
Yeah.
jumping in, and especially when we're playing the games and people are looking at some of the bot stuff, like checking out what the treasury
The
and
charts
charity
and
numbers were today. And so it was just kind of moving a lot faster, and I was in and out of meetings. But yeah, it's great to be able to pop in, say good morning, kind of hang out for a little bit, leave, come back. And there's always folks, talking and giving us ideas and feedback. So we love it.
yeah.
That's good. It's really so important to stay on top of the social media things, because it's a lot of times the token will start off with such gusto, and then it just kind of fizzles out. It fades
Yeah.
away. There's no Twitter interaction. There's zero engagement over on Discord and or Telegram, and it's so important to just stay engaged and keep everyone excited about the project. And okay, this is what we have coming up, and I'm super excited to see your first big check. I know you guys are going to post a lot of different pictures of it, I'm sure, on Twitter and everywhere that you possibly can. And I think it's really great, the whole idea of your token, because it's different. I've had a lot of other tokens that came on here that they're completely charity. So there's only it's nice to have a charity token. Okay, it's nice to be giving and supportive of your charity. You pick a charity, but they're hamstrung. There's only so far that token will ever go. So I like the fact that you're not. So I think that you're kind of making a new blueprint when it comes to cryptocurrencies that want to do charitable work, that it doesn't have to just strictly be a charity, but you can also make some money and,
Why
buy back and
can't
burn
it be
tokens
both?
that will,
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
will benefit the
Why can't
holders.
Yeah, why can't it be both? For us, I definitely want to help out the charities. That's where my heart is. That's where, I love my rescue dogs, but I'm also an investor in crypto. Like, I'm trying to gain a passive income. I want to be able to, do Balto full time. And so for me, I want to see how far we can take this. And I think, being active on all these different social media platforms. I will say we need to grow our Discord. We're really good in Telegram. I think Twitter, we're doing pretty good. Discord could be better. But for us, we're looking at it as a business. How can we grow this business and how can we sustain this business? So it's not just hey, you know what? I liked Nassau Humane Society. I'd like to throw them a couple of bones one day. Like, it's more of, we want to grow this project and how can we make it sustainable for the long run? Because when it's sustainable, everybody wins. So we win, our holders win, the charities win. So it's like, where is that perfect mix that we can just continue? It's this machine that keeps on growing. And just everybody is winning from it. I can see the possibilities, and I know we can make it happen. We're young, we're just getting started, and so I can see where it's going, and it's really exciting.
Perfect. I really enjoyed having you ladies on. I know it's very early for your token, so guys, it's just launched. Like, it's just a couple.
Yeah.
Is it 10 days old? How old is the token?
Tomorrow will be 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks. If we take a look at the chart, we'll pull it up one more time. You guys, you could see how super early it is with this project. It's very early. Like Jenny and Beth said, there's 4% reflections over on the Binance Smart Chain. So if you just buy your tokens and hold, you'll constantly accrue those reflections. You just buy it and forget it. Like Jenny said, it's passive income. Every time somebody buys and sells Balto token, you're getting a slice of that pie. And the best time to get to the pie is when it's fresh, like when it's brandy new, like right now. Token's not even 2 weeks old yet.
Yeah.
So this is the time to get in. Of course, the lower the prices, and we can see now it has pulled back from the all-time high and is at a good retracement place. This is a great time to add to your, well, if you're buying in, good. Or if you bought at an all-time high, great time to add to your position. This is the time to get in. Buy it and hold it. Those 4% reflections, that's really great. So I think you're off to a really, oh, go on.
Well, no, I was just going to say another great entry point would be every week on Fridays tomorrow, 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, we're doing our Balto hour. So we lower the buy tax down to 3%. We do the sale tax for that hour and then the hour after. But it's a great opportunity for new investors to get in and to be able to, invest in the project and then stake it. You can stake it for 30 days or 90 days and just start earning a passive income. And that'll be every week.
Okay, repeat the time again. So you said it was Friday at what time?
2:30 Eastern Standard Time. We were trying to pick a time where we were trying to be as open for most people as possible. So we felt like 2:30 was going to be a decent time. So we call that Balto hour.
Tomorrow's your in day. Okay, Balto hour. And what is the buy tax reduced to?
3%.
Perfect. So you're saving, if you wait until tomorrow, you're going to save yourself 9% in the buy tax. Perfect.
Yeah. And if you want to get into our contest, also the top 3 highest buys between now and tomorrow at 3:30, that's when the cutoff time. And then you're also going to be entered into the random drawing where we draw 2 people during our Yappy Hour on Twitter at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But if you buy just 0.2 BNB, you're entered into the contest. And then obviously the top 3 buys will be automatic winners for the NFT giveaways. So
that's perfect.
Pineapple says goodbye, Balto.
Yeah, she is just let's go all the way.
She is. She's very excited about it.
Pineapple
She's
very on camera.
She's very cute. Look at her little tail wagging. Aw, hello, Pineapple. Pineapple's a good girl. Hi, Pineapple. Hi. Good girl, honey. You pretty little lady. Hi. Aw, so cute. Well, is there any other finishing points that you'd like to make to the audience before we send off here?
The only thing I wanted to say, I didn't finish the rules about the contest. You do have to send us your transaction hash and that you did actually purchase to be entered into the contest. All the rules are on our Telegram, so please just come and join our Telegram. We have a lot of fun in there. We're always talking and hanging out and doing silly things. And so I'd love for you guys to join us there. And then also join us for our Yappy Hour tomorrow night on Twitter. My goal is it's going to be there every Friday night, and I really just want to grow that space. I think it could turn into a really fun space.
Yeah, we've had a really great just time with the crypto community in general too, being able to jump into other people's spaces and share a little bit about our project. So we're hoping that other people will feel the same and feel like they have an open forum to kind of learn not just about Balto, see where things are going, see if they want an NFT, get yelled at by Pineapple, join our Telegram, and have Jenny just wants more people that she can beat in the games in there.
Yes.
But, we have a lot of fun when we do these things. And so we want other people to be able to kind of wind down their week, or if it's midweek for them, Saturday morning, UTC, that type of thing. Just kind of have that space and consistency with us.
Perfect. Okay, well, I will update, and you guys, if you want to hit any of their social media platforms, like I said, if you just go to their website, it's baltotoken.com, nice and simple, and they have all of the links right there. So you don't have to go searching anywhere. Just go to their website, hit whatever icon to whatever link that you want, and it'll take you right there. So, ladies, thank you very much. We had Jenny and Beth join us from BaltoToken. You ladies did a kick-ass job. Now, normally I have like my list of questions, but Jenny got to everything. She answered every question before I even had a chance to ask it. I was like, damn, she's good.
Well,
She's
thank
good.
you.
They're good. They did a great job. And I wish you the best of luck with your cryptocurrency. And I'm very excited for you. And I think the charities that you're going to donate to are very lucky. And I see this project really taking off, doing well. Of course, I think, like anything else, the market is just, it's really not a great place right now. Like I said, I think it's brave that you launched in this market. But even though it's a shitty market, your chart still looks really good. It still looks really good. And I think once the market comes raging back, your project is going to go racing to the top. So I wish you ladies the best of luck. I thank you so much for popping on the channel. And anytime you want to come back, let me know. And I will, share a tweet letting everybody know that your buy tax is going to be reduced tomorrow at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, down to 3%. So that's a great time to get into Balto, guys, if you're interested in investing in the token. And I thank you very much for coming on. And until next time, we'll see you later and take care.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye,
you.
pineapple.
Bye, pineapple.
See y'all.